A renewed sunrise, navigating the challenges of aging and finding hope. Growing older can feel like a hidden journey, one that unfolds quietly in the privacy of our homes, in the stillness of nighttime, or in the anxious moments before dawn. For many, senior years are painted as a golden phase, but the reality is often more complex. There's an undeniable beauty in the wisdom we gather across decades. But there's also the physical pain, the feeling of limitations creeping in, and the silent worry that can settle in our hearts. In this conversation, I'd like to speak directly to the extraordinary resilience you hold within. Whether you find yourself waking up every day with stiff joints, facing the fear of isolation, or grappling with the emotional weight of new medical diagnoses, know this: you are not alone. Together, we'll explore the underlying pains, uncover the causes, and discover practical, compassionate solutions that can help you embrace the next stage of life with renewed purpose. It's my hope that these words will reach your heart and remind you that even in the autumn of life, every sunrise can bring a sense of possibility and warmth. A quiet heartache. The emotional toll of aging. When everyday tasks become daunting, you might have once strolled to the mailbox without a second thought. But now each step can feel loaded with caution. What if you stumble and fall? Or perhaps you used to cook elaborate meals for your family every weekend, but the strength in your arms is fading, making it harder to lift heavy pots. These everyday hurdles can trigger deep frustration and even guilt. You may ask yourself, how did I get here? Why does everything feel so difficult now? The emotional pain. It's not simply about physical frailty. It's about the sense of independence you feel slipping away. There's a poignant sorrow in realizing that things once taken for granted demand more energy and planning now. 1.2. Fear of outliving your abilities. There's another type of heartache that often accompanies aging: the fear of losing autonomy. You might be worried about the day you can no longer drive, shop on your own, or even manage personal tasks like bathing or dressing. It's a future that looms uncertainly. This fear, left unchecked, can overshadow the joys still present in your life. Morning bird songs, phone calls with a grandchild, the simple satisfaction of a good cup of tea. The underlying truth. Acknowledging these anxieties is crucial. Denying their existence only allows them to grow in silence. Realizing you're anxious about the future can serve as a starting point for changing habits, seeking support, and preparing with practical measures. To physical limitations. Understanding the causes. The wear and tear of time. Our bodies bear witness to every step we've taken, every weight we've carried, every challenge we've faced. Over the years, it's natural for bones, muscles, and joints to experience wear and tear. From diminishing cartilage in the knees to discs in the spine losing some elasticity, these changes often reveal themselves through persistent aches and sharp jolts of pain. Osteoarthritis. The gradual erosion of joint cartilage can make bending down, gripping objects, or even walking painful. Spinal stenosis. Narrowing of the spinal canal can lead to nerve pressure, creating discomfort in the back and legs. 2.2. The shifts in metabolism and nutrition. As we age, our metabolism slows down, meaning the body processes nutrients more gradually. We may need fewer calories, but ironically, higher quality nutrition. Overlooking these changes can lead to unintended health issues. Vitamin deficiencies. A lack of vitamin D, B12 or calcium can weaken bones and muscles. Chapter 2. Blood sugar imbalances. Type 2 diabetes. Risk rises with age. creating fluctuations that intensify fatigue, thirst, and potential nerve pain. 2.3. Circulatory challenges. From varicose veins to more severe conditions like heart disease, many seniors experience changes in circulation. Hypertension. High blood pressure can put a strain on arteries, increasing the risk of strokes or cardiac events. Peripheral vascular disease. Reduced blood flow in the legs can cause cramps and numbness, impacting your mobility and independence. 2.4. Emotional and mental health. Impacts. Health challenges aren't limited to the physical realm. Chronic anxiety, depression, or loneliness can manifest in physical ways, such as unexplained aches, poor sleep, and lowered immunity. Aging often involves coping with losses of friends, of a spouse, or of one's career identity. These emotional stresses can weaken the body's ability to cope with disease or pain. Factor 3. The hidden triggers that amplify pain and anxiety. Lack of movement. When pain sets in, the instinctive response might be to move less. Over time, decreased activity weakens muscles and stiffens joints, creating a vicious cycle. Less movement leads to more pain, which then leads to even less movement. 3.2. Isolation and minimal social interaction. Due to retirement, reduced mobility, or the passing of close friends, many seniors find themselves more isolated. Without social outlets, negative thoughts can fester, making pain or illness seem larger and more overwhelming than they already are. 3.3. Poor sleep quality. Aches and stiffness are often worse at night, disrupting sleep. Meanwhile, poor sleep can increase sensitivity to pain and emotional distress. It's a double bind that's hard to escape unless actively addressed. 4. Redefining hope. Steps toward relief and renewal. Let's acknowledge the emotional heaviness of these issues, but let's also recognize that solutions do exist, sometimes simpler than we imagine. Below are practical measures that, when woven together, can transform daily life. 4.1. Gentle exercise and movement. Begin with stretching. Before even getting out of bed, spend a few minutes gently stretching your arms and legs. 1. Circular movements of the ankles or wrists can help mobilize joints. Do low-impact routines. Consider swimming or water aerobics if accessible. 2. The buoyancy of water takes pressure off joints, offering a soothing environment to strengthen muscles. Factor 3. Chair exercises. If standing is uncomfortable, sit in a sturdy chair and work on leg lifts, arm raises, or shoulder rolls. 3. Even small movements can rekindle flexibility and reduce pain. Emotional benefit. Light movement triggers the release of endorphins, natural mood lifters that bring a sense of well-being and self-accomplishment. 4.2. A diet that nourishes body and soul. On target anti-inflammatory foods. Berries, leafy greens, and foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like salmon, walnuts, can ease inflammation linked to joint pain or heart disease. To stay hydrated. Proper hydration lubricates joints, aids digestion, and maintains blood circulation. To carry a small water bottle as a visual reminder. Protein and fiber. Older adults often need more protein to maintain muscle mass. Factor 3. Fiber. Found in whole grains, legumes, veggies. Aids digestion and keeps blood sugar levels stable. Practical tip. Instead of overhauling your entire diet at once, try a gradual approach. Replace one refined carb item each week with a whole grain option, or add extra fruits and vegetables to your breakfast routine. 4.3. The power of mindset and stress management. Mindful breathing. Close your eyes, inhale deeply through your nose, pause for a second, and exhale slowly. This simple ritual, if done regularly, helps lower cortisol, the stress hormone, and gently centers the mind. Chapter 2. Journaling. Writing down feelings of fear, gratitude, or frustration can help untangle emotions. Sometimes, seeing your worries on paper can make them feel more manageable. Fact 3. Short relaxation breaks. Whenever anxiety tightens its grip, take a quiet moment to practice guided imagery. Imagine a place of calm, like a tranquil lake or cozy fireside. Letting negative feelings drift away with each breath. 4.4 Building support networks. Family and friends. Share openly about your struggles. 1. This transparency can lead to the emotional support or logistical help you might need, be it rides to the doctor or companionship during walks. 2. Local community centers. Many offer specialized classes for seniors, either gentle yoga, painting, or cooking. Dance. 2. Regular attendance fosters friendships and gives you something to anticipate each week. 5. 3. Online support. If mobility is a challenge, online forums and groups dedicated to senior wellness can be lifelines, connecting you with people who understand exactly what you're going through. 4.5 Medical consultation and professional guidance. Regular checkups. Early detection is key. If you notice unusual symptoms like sudden weight loss, lingering fatigue, or persistent pain, reach out to a healthcare professional. Chapter 2. Physical therapy. A therapist can tailor exercises specific to your mobility level, ensuring a routine that strengthens without risking injury. But ask about medication. If you're on multiple drugs, review them with your doctor. 3. Certain medications might interact or cause side effects that worsen pain or fatigue. 5. Taking small, consistent steps. A roadmap to better days. When challenges feel overwhelming, it's easy to lose hope. But remember, progress often comes in small, steady increments. Thus. 1. Set mini goals. Rather than saying, "I'll walk an hour every day," start with a 5-minute walk, then see if you can gradually increase it over a few weeks. Chapter 2. Celebrate wins. Maybe your knees don't ache as much after climbing stairs, or you've successfully switched to decaf coffee in the evenings. To acknowledge these triumphs, no matter how minor they seem. 3. Stay flexible. Health conditions can fluctuate. Chapter 3. If you have a bad day, don't be too harsh on yourself. Accept it, rest, and pick up your routine the next day. Voices of Hope. Real-life examples. C.1. Margaret's story. Overcoming chronic knee pain. Margaret, 68, lived with nagging knee pain for years. Her approach. Daily chair exercises. She began with just 10 minutes of seated leg stretches every morning. Do nutrient-dense diet. Adding a spinach omelette or fruit smoothie helped her get more vitamins and minerals. 3. Community support. Joining an online group for arthritis sufferers taught her about new methods of pain relief and gave her uplifting friendships. Within 6 months, Margaret reported that her pain had decreased, and she'd rekindled a love for gentle gardening. Her success shows how targeted efforts make a difference over time. 6.2. Robert's story. From isolation to connection. Robert, 72, felt deeply lonely after his wife passed away. He barely left home. Here's what turned things around. Local senior center. He discovered a weekly coffee and chat session where seniors discussed shared interests. do volunteer work. Once a month, he helped distribute supplies at a local food bank. Now, 2. This sense of purpose lifted his spirits. Yet 3. Guided journaling. Robert wrote letters to his late wife in a journal, finding solace in expressing lingering emotions. Robert's example highlights the importance of human connection and meaningful engagement. 7. Tending the mind, tending the spirit. 7. Embracing kindness. Toward yourself, many seniors judge themselves harshly for needing help. But compassion for yourself can be remarkably healing. Remind yourself that your body's challenges are natural consequences of a life richly lived. The wrinkles, the stiff joints, and the silver hair all tell stories of resilience, of decades spent loving, working, and exploring. 7.2. Maintaining spiritual or reflective practices, whether through prayer, meditation, or quiet walks in nature. Nurturing a sense of peace can create emotional stability. Even a brief daily ritual, like lighting a candle and offering silent gratitude for what you still can do, can anchor you amid change or uncertainty. Finding joy in everyday moments. Don't lose sight of simple pleasures. The aroma of coffee, the warmth of sunlight on your face, the laughter of a grandchild. As we age, joy often arises not from grand adventures, but from those everyday marvels that fill our hearts with gratitude. Now, bridging the gap between fear and hope. It's natural to grapple with the fear of mortality or the sense that time is running out. Yet it's equally natural to cradle hope for tomorrow. The tension between those two emotions is part of the human experience. By proactively caring for your body and mind, you grant yourself more opportunities to savor what's ahead. 10. A gentle call to action. As you reach the end of this reading, take a moment to reflect on which insights resonate most deeply. Maybe you'll try a few stretches before getting out of bed tomorrow. Perhaps you'll call a friend or family member to share how you've been feeling. Or maybe you'll book an appointment with a physical therapist to finally address that chronic hip pain. Every little choice counts. That choice might be as humble as drinking another cup of water, or as bold as signing up for a senior yoga class. You define the pace. What matters is the intention behind each action, a quiet commitment to value your own well-being. Because in the end, you deserve care, healing, and the comforting assurance that life, even in its autumn, holds immeasurable beauty. Conclusion. Embracing life's next chapter with courage. Aging brings new realities, but it also presents an opportunity to evolve, adapt, and discover parts of yourself you never knew existed. The emotional weight can be heavy, yet it's precisely in these vulnerable moments that profound growth can blossom. You have the power to shape how you experience these years. Through wise self-care, meaningful connections, and honest acceptance of limitations, without surrendering your zest for life. Even small steps can create lasting ripples of positive change, not just for yourself, but for everyone who loves you. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope these reflections spark new ideas and inspire you to reach for hope. One compassionate choice at a time. May each day bring you fresh insight, a dose of laughter, and a gentle reminder that you are more resilient than you know.